an alarm bell currently ringing in the retirement benefit sector. And this is the increasing exposure to longevity risk. Longevity risk is the risk that you will outlive your retirement savings by the time you retire. And why am I saying so? Because of the trends that we are looking at. If we look at, for example, increasing life expectancies, there are better living standards for many people. People are accessing improved medical services with time. People have adopted conscious lifestyles, and there are also better stress coping mechanisms. But on the other hand, when you look at the scheme side of things, we are seeing decreasing levels of savings because a good number of people, especially those who are younger, are accessing their benefits every time they change jobs. So that is early access as the first thing. Then the other next thing is the level of savings is not structured to address adequacy at the end of the journey. It's actually more on the cost structure of these schemes as time goes by. Something else that I also see when I assess those who are retiring is that people are retiring with lower income replacement ratios. Actually, the average across the industry is lower than what the ILO recommends, which is 40% of what one used to earn just before they retired. And then the other thing again is that when people now access their retirement savings, there is a growing affinity towards receiving these benefits in a lump sum and not a pension or a periodic payment like an annuity. So how is the industry, and this includes us here at Kuza, responding to alleviate this potential problem? Insurance companies have set up annuities. We, on the other hand, as a standalone funds, we are coming up with income drawdown funds. In my assessment, I feel that income drawdown funds are superior than annuities, and we can assess this based on some 7 parameters that I want us to look at. Now, the first one would be the ownership of funds. If you opt for an annuity, you will be surrendering your check to the insurance company. On the other hand, if you are in an income drawdown fund, an IDD, then you still retain ownership of these monies as they get invested in this income drawdown fund. Parameter number 2 would be the opportunity for you to review the decision that you've just made. So if you've gone the annuity route, you just know that that's permanent, it is sealed. But in an income drawdown fund, you have an opportunity to come back 10 years down the line and revise that particular decision. That's another advantage that you have with income drawdown funds. Advantage number 3 is portability. When you buy an annuity from an insurance company, definitely you will not be able to transfer it to another insurance company. But for an income drawdown fund, once you've been in there for 5 years, you can actually decide to move to another income drawdown fund that either is giving you better services or better returns. In that case, you have some flexibility. The other thing again would be the opportunity for you to vary how much you're drawing down. And you can actually peg it on how the fund is performing. For an annuity, of course, once it has started, it stays there depending on the type of annuity you opt for. But for income drawdown fund, you can look at the times and say, I know the law allows me to draw down up to 12%. The fund has done, let's say 11, so I'll draw down 11 so that you keep your principal safe and untouched at all times. Another opportunity would be growth potential. In an annuity arrangement, if markets are very, very good, then chances are that the insurance company will never call you for that party. But in an income drawdown fund, definitely you will be part of those returns. Then another thing would be beneficiary claims. In an income drawdown fund, 100% of your fund can still be accessed by your next of kin or the beneficiary in case you're not there. But in an annuity, it depends with how long you had drawn it and also pegged on the guarantee period that you picked. So your next of kin will always only be eligible to get payment from the balance of the guarantee that you had picked. Final thing, for those who would want to plan for their wealth distribution conversations, the Income Drawdown Fund is the way to go. Consider Kuza Income Drawdown Fund.